Hello YouTube, Beanie from the bedroom here, your guitar junkie with a little bit of this. Gotta get into the groove. What was that? Yeah, I know that ends at some point, and I don't remember where. But after that little googly, I figured I break even and quit while I was behind. Now, if I was smarter, I would have put this on. Oh, geez. Man. Another bonehead move from Beanie. Yeah, I would have put this on earlier and plugged this in. Plug it in, plug it in. Testing. All right, so yeah, I haven't had a chance to really get into this guitar since I got it because other things have been going on, and I've been really getting hung up on another guitar that was previously viewed, and that's my Epiphone color with the rosewood fingerboard. I do have one coming on its way with the ebony, brand spanking new. I couldn't find one used that was in good enough shape, and then every time I called up and I'd ask about it, they would say it's not ebony. Even zeroing in on the photos, it looked ebony to me. But why take that chance, right? For the price of what I paid for it new, with free shipping to my house, I was still ahead of the game. But I'll speak about that when that comes in and do a comparison on that. I also have a video coming up with, if I already posted it before I post this one, I never have them in order. I'm all over the place, but I do compare that one with my modding. But we're not here to talk about that. I know. People say, shut up and just get to the guitar. Yeah, I get a lot of that. So this thing here, I cannot tell you how many times I walked past the Mitchell brand. Look at this cutaway. Look at this belly cutaway. They only put a contour here, but, you know, so many times in Guitar Center. And again, like I said, I think that the more they're at it, the better craftsmanship it's become. Handcrafted in China. Yes, this is handcrafted. This isn't just made in China. This is one fine instrument. I can't believe it. Locking tuners that stay in tune. I forget the nut, if it's Graphtec or not, but when I do restring it, because they do have Diodario strings. Even when I got these from free, because we used to do work at Diodario company on Long Island, and the owners used to give, I used to get packs of free strings from them, and they're great for solid body. They're great for hardtails. They're not great for anything with the Floyd Rose. Not too much with like a Wilkinson bridge where it strings in the back. That's what I'm saying. They snap. Because the Floyd Rose, you got to cut the ball end off anyway. But when you use the Diodarios, in my opinion only, and I've had it through experience, if I used it like on this Harley Benton with the Wilkinson 2-point trem, where the ball end goes through and you use it for the tremolo, they tend to snap off. You know, bang, the string goes flying. All of a sudden, you got hit. Feels like a BB in your nuts, and it's not pleasant. So they're great on a hardtail, but when I do, and these are fairly new because the guy I got it from, Hank from Hank's Guitars, he restrung it and set it up. So it's not like I'm going to be changing them anytime soon. But when I do, I will definitely be using my staining oil for the fingerboard, and then probably just put a dab of sewing machine oil in each string cutout. I find it better than using graphite. You could use a pencil, but it's hard to get the pencil in there because I've heard people say about using a pencil, and I've tried it. It's difficult, and it's hard to find. I haven't looked on Amazon. Amazon might have it, but you used to be able to get like a little tube of graphite powder. It's like a powder, and put that on there because I remember, putting that on knives, switchblade knives and gravity knives, and just it doesn't leave oil and oil residue. It doesn't, so that the knife doesn't slip out of your hands, and it makes it, smooth, a smooth operation. But maybe Amazon might have graphite on there. I can get it from out of a tube or something. But I normally just use Singer sewing machine oil, which I've had. Like I said, my wife bought it for me about 20 odd years ago from the Singer sewing machine company on Patchogue, Long Island, New York. So that's all I plan on doing. I already replaced the knobs. I'm looking for orange knobs. I've got a set of knobs coming like this pair right here, but a little bit lighter in color. These are more darker vintage, a little more lighter in color. And then I have the red one here for the pull push. And I say that because I got to pull it to push it. They're called push pulls, but you got to pull it and push it. Maybe it's just easier for people to pronounce that way. But I've got that red one on the pull push, and it doesn't pull off in my hand, so it's pretty good. But I would love, because of this, it's like a lemon drop quilted maple veneer top. I would love to put a pair of orange. Now I found just a solid orange, but with no numbers. And again, why I don't like these, not only because they're too dark, is I can't read the numbers on them. I just have to turn them and make sure they're maxed out. So on this guitar, it doesn't matter. On my Epiphones, the two of them that have the phase switch, and compare that to my Gibson Greeny Moore that everyone has a shit fit over, that has the phase in the middle automatically. You want those you don't want to be able to operate the volume and the tone knobs independently, because you get different sounds, different tones of the out of phase pickup. You don't just leave them on 10 both. I roll, especially on my Greenie Moore, I roll it back on the volume and the tone on both of them. So when I'm in the bridge or the neck pickup, I've got it pretty much almost full on. But when I go to the middle, I get more of that out of phase, spanky quack kind of sound. So, and again, if I do make another video on that, because so many people have a meltdown, I am planning on having a Chip Sun logo that looks just like the Gibson, but Chip Sun, to put over the Gibson logo on the headstock, because like I said, it wasn't supposed to come like that anyway. And although it doesn't say USA stamped with a bogus serial number on the back, I plan on having another sticker or decal for either, where it says Greenie/Moore 59, like a curve, to go over the back of the top of the headstock, like up in here. And when I finally get that done, I'll do a video on that. Maybe that'll calm all the purist Gibson snobs from having a meltdown. The sad thing about our country lately, and here in the United States, is that there's so much hate and anger, and people can't voice their opinion or have a different point of view without someone pouncing on them. And it's become a very, very, I was going to say great divide, but it's not great. It's the worst divide, worst division in our country in a long time. And I'm not here to preach about, you know, politics and government and stuff like that. But I think they look for something just to vent their frustration on. And when they see my, Chip Sun Greenie Moore with a Gibson headstock, man, dude, did they go crazy. And that's not the reason for the video, dudes. And if you listen or watch it to the end, you realize that it was supposed to come with a black headstock. So and they always keep on saying it, it's a counterfeit, and you're promoting crime, and you should do 5 years in jail. I'm like, it's supposed to be just a black headstock. I was supposed to put my own kind of decal or sticker on there myself. But people nowadays, they have to find something just to get their frustration out. And of course, they're either behind their phone or their keyboard on the computer, and they're a key punching tough guy. Did they go out on the street and try to pull that crap? That won't happen. They'll be shut down in a heartbeat. I guarantee it. But behind their phone and behind their computer, in the safety of their house, their living room or their bedroom, all of a sudden they're Arnold Schwarzenegger. They're the Terminator. It's crazy. But the one thing I have to say is all the comments, and I mean every single comment that I get from somebody from the UK, and they say cheers from the UK, is the nicest, politeful, respectful comment I've ever seen, that pretty much backs what I say in the video, as if they did listen and heard what I said compared to the others. So there's a big difference for whatever reason. My comments that I get here in the US compared to the comments that I get from the UK, and even the ones that are, outside of the US, other than the UK, I do get a couple from different countries. And I've only gotten one, the dude from Australia, that just felt the need to rip me apart for my guitar playing. Not about the guitar or about my video, or just about me playing in the wrong key from the song. And it sounded all right to me. But I don't have perfect pitch. I don't have perfect hearing. I've got, my hearing shot. So these here, if you are in a guitar center and you see one of these hanging on the wall, this is a 400. I see that the next series up from this is a 450. Oh, and because I took that pause and that little conversation in between, which I should have saved till the end, someone's going to complain about that too. I guarantee it. But I saw one, I was in Guitar Center yesterday, and I saw one very similar to this that was gorgeous. And I looked on the back and it was a 450 and brand new. They were selling for $299. Now I remember when they first came out, they were like, you know, 3, 4, close to $500. These things were like 350 to 450 bucks, $450. And maybe they're not keeping up with selling the amount that they thought they would, like Harley Benton does, Toman does with the Harley Benton brand. I don't know, but I think that whatever the reason, the quality is better than they've ever been, and the price is the lowest that I've ever seen. So I saw one like this for it was a 450 series for $299, brand new, and I'm sure if they're selling it in the store for that much, you could find it online. And now that we're into November, I want everyone to know that between November and December, you're going to get the best deals if you buy anything brand new off of Guitar Center. If you buy it from them, it could be 25, 35% off with free shipping to your house. So you can go to the store, play it, see if you like it, and you could say, look, have the picture on your phone of what it's selling for on their website, and they have to match that. And you'll get even a sweeter deal. But still, for $299, comparing this to all the guitars that I've been viewing or posting on my video for the dollar amount, and compared to the ones on Amazon, you cannot go wrong. Granted, they're just nickel frets on here, and they feel a little lower than medium jumbo, but they're playable. You Pound for pound, you're getting a great guitar with locking tuners. It looks like a PRS kind of headstock that's got a thin body, belly contour here, a little bit of a contour there, and then the jack. Now, if I had a straight jack, it would go right in here and then through my strap, which I should show. What I do is I run my cord right through the opening of my strap, so that and then I have a bit of slack. So if I step on the cord, I'm going to pull the slack and I'm not going to be ripping the jack out. But if I were to use, that's another L shape. I don't have a straight one. If I were to use, shut up, the cord from my loop station for my backing track into my little line 6 and plugged it in, look at how sweet that is. So you would have that with the guitar strap. The guitar strap coming this way where my hand would be, and that going like that. So that also is a bit of coolness. And unlike the Charvels where the jack is on an angle down here, I had 2 of those and I didn't like it at all. I found that to be a real pain in the butt, especially when I sit down and play and I feel it stabbing me in the leg. Boom. So that's all I got to say about that. Yep, Cool Hand Luke. I use a lot of lines from movies in my videos, but no one picks up on it. So, yeah, that's it. One last look of this fine instrument. And it's light too. Look at this. It's one finger, right? I'll let go of it real quick. Woo, woo, one finger. Yep. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Let's hope this works. Have a good day and a better tomorrow. Can't we all just get along? Like John Lennon said, all you need is love. Come on. All I need is a remote that works.